So, before we get into this, here's a quick rundown. This is Fate, aka Fight All Thy Enemies. He's a long-time MK player, YouTube content creator from Australia. Most of his content is negative. It's either beefing with NetherRealm, their practices, which is sometimes warranted, the pro scene, the games themselves, or just players, anyone that's sort of... He's all about being against the grain, that's his thing. And he ended up getting into a shouting match with Ketchup on Twitter. And obviously, Ketchup, being the professional that he is, won't take it any further, as there's no need. But I would. So, within this conversation, Fate ends up asking me to join his podcast, and so I did. Here's my conversation with Mortal Kombat's biggest hater. Enjoy. Hello.
Oh man, there you go.
I'm just listening to them arguing.
Fucking day, man. There you go, man. It's nice to meet you.
All right, good. You all right?
Yeah. No, I just had to jump out of the conversation. I think my ears were bleeding.
It was going nowhere.
It's just you and me. It's all good, man.
Go on in. What did you want to ask?
Oh well, I just want to talk to you. I know you're a pro player and all that sort of stuff. I know we had words on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a chat to D Little earlier, right?
Diddle.
It seems as there seems to be a bit of a general consensus when it comes to like pro players that, would this be fair to say? And look, you know, I'm not saying either way, but that, like the rest of the Mortal Kombat community, or as Sonic Fox would put it, the dog water, really don't have a leg to stand on opinions when it comes to the game. So obviously, you know, I come from a consumer point of view, right? You buy something, you own it, you have a right to have an opinion on it. It seems that for some reason there seems to be this little bit of a like an issue with you know, anyone calling that sort of stuff out. So what do you think? Do you think anyone is allowed to have a conversation about this sort of stuff?
Well, you're not really understanding what Sonic's saying. Sonic is talking from the perspective of being the greatest player to ever exist. So, yeah, Sonic's right. If you can't compete against Sonic, what are you going to say? Well, okay, here we go. What are you going to say to Sonic Fox about how good is Sindel in MK1? Do you know? Do you even know what makes Sindel good?
No, I don't.
Well, then...
That's not my argument.
Well, you're talking about why is Sonic saying that everyone has no opinion?
No, I get you. I know what you're saying. Like, he's saying that because, like, you know, nobody...
Yeah, it's not... And you're talking... No, you're not allowed to have an opinion on the way the game functions at a competitive level. You're not understanding what Sonic is saying. You're saying, oh yeah, I bought the game, well, I can't have an opinion. All right, okay. If I say back to you, we all bought the game as well. You're always talking like the people that play the game in tournaments didn't also buy the game and aren't also customers. Why is your point of view got to be any more valid than the next guy?
I'm not saying it's not, but what I do say...
But you are.
That it's... Well, yeah, okay, so fine, you bought the game, but you also have the ear of people listening to your actual input. Do you think they're listening to me? Do you think they're listening to some average person that's saying, listen, I think there's something fundamentally wrong? You know, someone that goes on the forums on Steam, like, because, you know, I'm just repping PC for fighting games, you know, like, no one else is really doing it, and I wanted to, you know, sort of bring awareness to all the different fighting games and shit. That's why I do what I do, right? Because everyone else is on console, and that's fine. But there's people on the Steam forums that have legitimate concerns. I'm sure there's people on the official forums, wherever that is, Warner Brothers or NetherRealm, that have official concerns, posting to Twitter with, you know, proper concerns that they feel like that that there seems to be fundamental issues, even just as simple as something in the combat. Someone, right, just because they're a pro player doesn't seem to, like, they don't seem to understand that, like, pro players aren't the ones that are keeping the ship afloat. Right, companies not held up. Keep
on track. Don't divert the point here.
Okay, all right, okay, well, that's fine. So
you're saying the game's made for us, yeah? You're saying the game is made for pros.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Well, I can prove that it's not. I can prove that it's not. Every single time that a pro player or a top level player finds something and is good and gets a result off of it, that shit is nerfed next patch instantly. And you can go back for every patch of every NRS game ever, and that happened. So that proves it's actually made for you. They're doing it for you. They ain't doing it for us.
I thought the Cyrax one was definitely for the wider community. Definitely, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So okay, Deadshot, that was a nerf for you. 100%. Deadshot was a nerf for you. Batman, that was a nerf for the casuals. Shang Tsung, Batman and Injustice, that was a nerf for the casuals. Shang Tsung and MK11, Cassie and MK11. These are all like nerfs for the casuals. The pro players were using that. Why would they make a game for us? Yeah, Beta Sub-Zero as well. This is all for the casual. They're not stupid. They know that the casual is the one that is funding their whole shit.
So why do pros then get upset and say that people that don't know the game shouldn't have an opinion?
Because they like, okay, so it starts off right. All the casuals are playing the game.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
All the casuals are playing the game, right? And all the pros are playing the game, right? So go down in the future to, let's say, 1 year. All these casuals have moved on to the next Call of Duty or FIFA. They ain't playing the game, but what is left is what you lot have cried about. And now we're playing a shit watered down version of a game. It's not made for us. It's not made for the people that is left playing the game. Who's realistically playing Mortal Kombat after 3-4 years? It's only the people that have some sort of attachment to it. You, actually, that's another point. You ain't even the casual player. The casual player ain't sitting here making YouTube videos like every day, commenting on Mortal Kombat every day. They're getting on.
Definitely casual. Well, okay.
No, you're not. You're not a casual. I reckon you're not a casual. Casual would imply that you have some other focus, right? You are into MK, just like how all of us are into MK. You might not be as good at the game, but that's not relevant. You're not a casual. So your viewpoint is actually warped by your own logic.
Well, okay, explain that.
Because let me put it this way. I make a living off of Mortal Kombat, yeah? Were you the guy that made the video saying that you couldn't make a living doing esports? Was that you, dude? Yeah, you can't. That doesn't mean you can't within content creation, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I watched.
I do Mortal Kombat, yeah. But you put out more YouTube shit than I do. So how are you a casual?
Well, I do. Well, I talk.
You do more than me. You do more. No. You even if you're talking, I watch your YouTube, mate. I watch your YouTube all the time, and.
Why?
You put out more stuff than I do, and this is what I do. So there's no way you're a casual. So you can't.
You're a expert, man. If you're the expert, how come you're not doing more than me? Come on, man.
Well, apparently I don't need to. You are like in there.
No, I'm not. I am not in there. Do you think NRS are happy with what I'm saying about their game? Absolutely not.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point.
But I come up from the consumer perspective, which is why I think there's this massive gulf between one side and the other. And it's not just me saying it. Like, I see everyone talking about these things. So I'm just.
So where are the pro players that are saying, yeah, what you're doing is a good idea, selling a skin for a tenner? Nobody's saying that's a good idea.
Yeah, I got to ask you this question. Maybe you can answer this, right? Because I've seen people on Twitter saying, you know, everyone complained there were no combos in MK11. I never did. Right, but somebody's like, I've seen this comment multiple times. You know, they go, "Oh, you were complaining, not you personally, but people. There's no combos in Mortal Kombat. You're all complaining there's no combos, and now we give you combos and you complain." Who are they talking about? Like who are they actually talking about? Because
fuck knows. I think no matter what you make, people are going to complain. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're going to complain if there's nothing. They're going to complain if there's something. So that's just the nature of the beast.
All right. What's your favorite MK game? Like
mine.
Ever? Yeah.
9 or this one, probably. 9 or this one.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would change
in this one?
Go 9, dude, because I love 9 too. What would you change? What would be
in 9?
Change?
It'd need a good online. That was what was holding it back.
Okay. You played in the UK, like you're in the UK, yeah?
Yeah.
So how was your connect? Like I was saying to D Little, that I was perfectly fine playing people in Australia and New Zealand, like on my side of Australia, right? Not across to Perth, but on my side. So you know, the East Coast, and then across the pond over to New Zealand. Like I had really good connections with people. Outside of that, forget it. Just disconnect, right? So you being in a small area, was it good for you over there? Like, you know, were you getting good connections? You know, because
The UK is a good spot. The UK is a good spot to be in for online Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Like, because for the wider community, you're basically in the center.
Yeah.
You get to play Europe, Russia, America, Middle East, some of Africa.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, I didn't know it got that far. Fuck, that's not bad, man. That's pretty good. So, going back to the stuff about, you know, pro players and all that sort of stuff, right? So you said that it's not made for you guys. But why is it that it seems that the only people that are in the good graces of NetherRealm, Ed Boon and stuff like that seem to be only focused on you guys? Retweets, comments, that sort of thing.
What does a retweet give you? Okay, what does that mean? What does a retweet give anybody?
From Ed Boon, that is a lot of, in the MK community, a lot of people would sign that as a massive boost in terms of popularity, respect, saying, hey, this guy is on Ed Boon's radar, which means that it drives traffic to whichever social media you may or may not perhaps
well, it don't.
money from.
It don't. I'll tell you that it don't. So
okay, that's fine. I'm just
like objectively, it don't. So okay, you're gonna have to bring up another point because retweet ain't shit really. It's just Ed Boon saying, yeah, that's cool. All right, that's cool. Obviously, Ed Boon is gonna look at the things that people are doing within his games, like looking at like his fucking child like of Mortal Kombat doing shit for people. He's gonna fucking retweet things and whatnot. Is he not allowed to do that?
No, I'm not saying he can't do that. What I'm saying though is that, you know, as I was explaining to Brask, you know, a lot of people perceive that as favoritism, right? Which I didn't actually use that word before, but that's what I was trying to say with, you know, like the perception of favoritism, right? So maybe sure there is no, you know, a knock-on effect for you.
All right then. So who is he supposed to? Who else is he supposed to be retweeting? People that haven't done spectacular things with his creation. I'm not
asking for retweets for myself. What I'm saying is this is what I see people say, right? When they're sitting there going, there's these issues. What about the premium shop, et cetera, and then Ed Boon it's like he ignores it and then will retweet, you know, someone that's on his essential favorite list, perhaps, right?
Do you really think that Ed Boon's like the one in control here?
Well, I've also heard that too, but yet again, I don't know that, bro, and I can't assume that. But I have people saying on one side, like yourself, maybe, if that's what you're alluding to, no, he's not in control. He is absolutely not in control. And then I think to myself, sure, okay, but these people sign contracts. They would have had their own lawyers look at these contracts to then sign and go, okay, I am agreeing to these terms and conditions based on X, Y, and Z. I mean, nobody's at gunpoint here. And then on the other side, people are saying, no, he is in control. So what do you think? Like sincerely, like what do you think is going on? Do you really think that they have somehow hijacked or at least told?
I think Warner Brothers are in control. Warner Brothers are the higher up, aren't they? So obviously they're in control. There would be no Mortal Kombat if there was no Warner Brothers at this point. They would be... think about it. Injustice don't exist because like that's what they were going to do. That's a Warner Brothers thing, isn't it? You gotta see that. DC, yeah. So Warner Brothers are in control.
Well, if that's really the case, man, that's fucking sad.
Well, it's not. It's good and it's bad at the same time. It's good for the heads at like DC and whatnot, and it's bad if you want a Mortal Kombat every 2 years. But shit happens, isn't it? It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Oh, no, of course not. But, you know, like, so obviously you guys don't like the idea of the fact of certain things I do say about gameplay, which is why we had that discussion with D Little about the fact that simply because I'm not a pro player or I don't know a certain mechanic, somehow it makes it null and void. Do you agree?
I think you can't really comment on something as if you know about something when you actually don't know about something.
But you're saying that I don't know how to play the game and fight. I don't have to know every nitty-gritty detail in order to see maybe there might be some possible issues in the wider audience that might struggle. We know, obviously, I've been well versed today about all of these different mechanics, but how intuitive are they for people to pick up?
Mortal Kombat's very intuitive, man. It's a very intuitive fighting game.
Do you think
in comparison,
intuitive for the average person?
Yeah, anyone can up block, mate. I'm seeing the worst players up block. It's not rocket science. You hold block and you press up.
Yeah, I know the mechanic, right?
Okay, so why is that not? How is that not intuitive? I do.
Because, yeah, but you're a pro, bro. And
yeah, but
people that either you match against or high levels up there that may do it. Listen, maybe it's.
I play against people of all levels. I play against people of all levels.
Okay, so I don't see it when I play on Steam. I have never seen a single person use up block ever on Steam. Ever. Might see some people flawless block, sure. You know, armor and all that sort of jazz, but I've never seen anyone do up block.
I reckon I could go through some of your stream footage and find up blocks.
You could if you like, right? Perhaps it's in there. Maybe I'm just missing it. I don't know. I know that myself, I have found myself doing up block, and I hated it because I felt stuck, and it was by accident. Right? You're
supposed to feel stuck. It's a commitment. It's a commitment. Why wouldn't you be stuck on that? It's a commitment.
Because
you're not supposed to just be able to up block for no risk. The whole point is that.
No, I know. No, but what I mean is like, okay, so I don't know if this issue exists on consoles. I see a lot of issues with people with Steam, button input, right? You go to do something and the game is doing something completely different. For example, I main Reiko in Kombat League, right? Is it 1, 2, 3? All right. So if I do a jump kick with 3, right? If I try and do, what's that tombstone drop? Is that the one? You know, his command grab,
command grab, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So I can do that with 4. I can actually do a jump kick and grab them one after the other, right? I can grab them out of the air after the jump kick on 4, but not on 3. On 3, even though I'm doing the half circle, it makes the game do his slide.
Yeah, it's because you got negative edge on. No, that's your controls. That's negative edge. See, this isn't a game issue. This is you setting up your controls issue. You got release check on.
So it's set to default.
Yeah, exactly. You got release check on, set to default. That's your controls. That's not the game. That's you.
Okay. So actually, that's not technically true.
Actually, it is technically true.
So, okay, so
it is. It is
that particular move.
You said, look, listen. I'll tell you why it's that way. You're saying you can't do it off jump free, right? Jump free, it's when you got release check on, it's storing the free, and then you're doing the input for the command grab, which is also half of the input for the slide you're talking about. So it's remembering the free, and then you're doing the slide input. That's why the slide is overriding the command grab. With the 4, there is no free. That's why you can do the command grab. You've got release check on. That's you problem.
But that's kind of bad, is it not?
No, that's not. All we got to do is they have something like that to make it easier for certain characters to be able to do things. You just need to turn that off and you won't have that problem. That's actually a good thing because that is accessibility.
Okay, so then technically speaking, I should be able to, on any kick after that's turned off, do that particular move, right?
Yeah, turn it off and it won't do that.
So would that mean that, so is that a preference? Is that a good thing or a bad thing in terms of like a player? Like, I mean, I don't need hand-holding when doing moves. I know how to do movements. I certainly don't want to feel like I'm doing something that I didn't want to do. Does that make sense?
It's a good thing because it means that more people can control the game in more ways.
Yeah, but but for you, would you have it on?
I turn it off.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? You have it off because you want full control. Yeah.
No, I turn it off because if I'm playing a character with conflicting inputs, then that doesn't become a problem. But if you're playing a character without conflicting inputs and you want it to just be easier, then yeah, it works.
So,
like in MKX, I played with it on Melina. I played with it on when I was playing Melina. Played it off when I was playing with Kung Lao.
Okay.
This is just a matter of this is what I'm saying. You need to know the game more before you can comment on things, and just determining straight away that they're fucked up or ruined. But you don't actually know what you're talking about.
Okay, but you can't take one thing like D Little was doing and claim that I know nothing. That's ridiculous, bro. Not everyone knows everything. You can't do that, right? Like I do have a common sense background when it comes to fighting games, and I can look at things and go, does this feel like it's fair? And when other people are also voicing their own opinions, does that mean that everyone is wrong? Now, from a player perspective of your caliber, of course, you can just walk over guys like me easily, and that's expected. I'm not worried about that at all. But this is the wider audience we're talking about. And if people are doing these things, just like I was talking with you, they get online, they're doing this shit, it feels like stuff isn't working. What if they don't investigate?
If they don't investigate, then it's their problem, isn't it?
Right.
It's like saying, oh, I got online on Rainbow Six Siege. It's like somebody shot me through a hole in the wall that I didn't think about. Oh, but this is cheap, isn't it? It's like, yeah, but that's just part of the game. Figure it out. If you ain't willing to put any time in or invest like any effort, you're gonna get smoked. And if you ain't gonna do anything about it, expect to continue to get smoked. There is no other way around it other than just fucking figure it out.
Well, this is what I was saying. I don't get smoked. Like I either win or I lose. Like I'm not saying I'm a great player, right? I play my way and I do enjoy that. But I've always played that way in every single fighting game that I do, be it Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It doesn't matter, like whatever it is. I choose a character, I learn the specials, learn some of the combos, off I go, and I win by losing. It's a mentality that I learnt back from the older days. Right.
Oh, you mean you learn by losing, right? I do the same thing. You're going to say you don't have frame data, blah, blah, blah. But what you do is you lose, then you go into the practice room, and then you figure it out. All right?
I just keep losing, bro. I just keep throwing myself back in there.
Unless you already know the foundations of the game, which you don't. Objectively, you don't. No, you don't, because you didn't even... Because you don't know, like the foundation of the game is at least the control scheme, right? And you didn't understand what negative edge was or release check.
Okay.
So you're proving to me you don't understand the foundation of the game. That's fine, but you just got to learn it, haven't you?
Yeah, but I do win. I do got up to Grandmaster.
Yeah, just winning or losing doesn't matter here.
Okay.
Like, why does that matter? You can beat somebody who's just worse.
Well, it mattered to Diddle because he reckons that the only reason why I'm winning is because these people are shit. I mean, that's a pretty disingenuous thing to say, bro. Right? Don't you agree? That's like saying that every time you win, you're only winning against people that are shit.
Everybody's shit at this game. Everybody's shit at this game but Sonic Fox. What are you talking about?
What do you say? What'd you say?
And everybody's shit at this game but Sonic Fox. Isn't that the truth? Well, there can be only one, right?
Well, maybe. Well, eventually there's always going
to be... We're all corpses.
Right, you know. But at the end of the day, right, simply not knowing, okay, so, uplock, okay, boom, big deal. Release check, boom. So what? Is there anywhere in the game, outside of going into tutorial, that tells you, no, you need to turn this off because otherwise this is going to be a major problem? It doesn't, right? You can read the description, kind of, in the options for MK1 for negative edge, but it's not...
Reading is another fundamental, man. Reading is another fundamental. If you can't read, that's... Well, if you ain't gonna pay attention, see what you're trying to get people like. You're basically asking for a handhold, right?
No,
you are. You're asking for a handhold. You just want things to be the way you want them to just work for you for no investment. No effort.
Actually not. No, that's not true at all. Absolutely not. I'm not talking about handouts, bro. Right? I played MK9 tons back in the day on the PS3. Right? I loved it. Won, lost. It was a great game. And now when I talk about loving MK9, I get told, oh yeah, there's all this terrible shit in the game, and you just don't know what you're talking about. It's like, well, I had my experience with it and it was a great experience. Right? I didn't feel or have the same issues that I do now. I didn't play too much of MK10 in terms of like a lot of competitive stuff, but it was still, fun to a degree. It just wasn't my favorite. It didn't really gel with me. Right? MK11 was a terrible MK game through and through in the sense of it just didn't feel like a Mortal Kombat game. Again, personal preference. But I could still beat people in MK11. Now, Diddle told me that all of these defensive mechanics were taken out because they were utterly useless, and yet I can sit here and say that I use these mechanics and some of them were able to save the day. So who's right and who's wrong here?
They're both right and wrong. The defensive mechanics work, but they're also pretty bad at the same time.
All right. So if you're in charge of MK1, would you change anything? Anything at all? Like
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum to you. You're saying that the offense is too strong. I'm saying the offense is too weak.
No. I think the offense doesn't have a counterbalance to it. I don't care if you want to have the big combo.
But it does because there's
be a balance.
What character can easily hit you in MK1? Realistically, what character can easily hit you? Just force you off your block or put you in some messed up scenario?
The only times I really feel that, at least in the last week, is with bloody Kung Lao's hat, right? But before that, obviously outside of not knowing, combos, so obviously when I first started, everyone was jumping into, what do you call it? Like Smoke, Johnny Cage, like super fast characters. Melina even.
Smoke's not fast.
But
Melina, no, he wasn't. Smoke's.
To a lot of people, he feels faster than, say, a Reiko.
Do you think you could react to something in half of a second?
Given enough time and practice, perhaps.
All right, so time and practice, then you ain't gonna get hit by Smoke's overhead, and therefore you're not gonna get hit by his low because you don't even have to react to it. So with a bit of time and practice, you could not get hit by Smoke. Obviously, it's online. If you go watch the last tournament, people weren't getting hit by Smoke, and just because these people were at a tournament doesn't mean they're pro level. They just weren't getting hit by Smoke. It's a combination of not enough practice, not enough time, and online. So, Smoke shouldn't be hitting people as often. Shao Kahn, he should be hitting people because his shit is. He's a guess when he's got the axe on the floor, and Kenshi when he's got his ghost out. They're things you're gonna be getting hit by for real.
Yeah.
The others don't have non-reactable you die offense. So it's not like you're saying, oh yeah, you're getting hit for 40-50%. That's because you're making a fundamental error in your gameplay to be opened up that way.
Yeah, but that could simply be just like whiffing on one single punch.
Whiffing one hit, that's enough, isn't it? That's been this tale of fighting games forever. You whiff one thing, you die. You whiff a single jab in Tekken, electric, 80% into the corner.
Yeah. But I don't.
So what difference is there?
Issues with.
It ain't about how you feel. It ain't about how you feel though. It ain't about how you feel. It's about how objectively true it is. You whiff a jab and Tekken, you get electric into the corner for 80%. You whiff a down one in this game, you get 40% into the corner. That's the game. You whiff a heavy in Street Fighter, you're in the corner, you're burnt out, you're about to lose. That's a fighting game. You whiff up, even in real fighting, you whiff across, somebody might cross you back, you're knocked out. It's just the way it is.
I come from that with my thing. I do appreciate your comment about me though. I really love that. That's fantastic. But the reality is though, is that I used to teach and train in martial arts, and we don't just teach combos. We taught blocks. We taught parries.
Yeah, but you did Hapkido and Taekwondo, mate. That's some bullshido right there, 100%.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. How many fights have you had?
How many fights? No real fights. Why would
none? Because right, so you can't.
Myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Hapkido and Taekwondo, no, you're not.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have.
You had no fights. You got no fight experience. How you gonna? This is the same thing as the fighting game thing. You don't know what you're talking about, man.
I have done full contact.
You have done full contact. So do you or do you not have fighting experience?
Well, are you talking street or are you talking in?
I'm talking it doesn't matter if it's street or in a ring. Someone's coming at you with vicious intent.
Yeah.
Have you had somebody trying to fucking kill you?
Well, obviously nobody's killing me in the dojo, bro. Right.
So you've got no fight experience, all right?
So what you're saying is that, and there's probably a majority of people out there that do martial arts that have never had.
I do Muay Thai. But I think the difference between us is I've actually fought.
Okay.
So, I know you haven't, because I know that Hapkido isn't a full contact thing. If you don't I didn't just test what you're doing.
Hapkido was secondary to what I was learning.
And Taekwondo is also not full contact as well. So you're never actually practicing it against someone with intent. There's no way you can practice that and know that it's real. It's pressure testing is a real thing. Muay Thai, yeah, Muay Thai, the thing that is real, that you actually spar constantly and fight a lot. So, you know.
So you got people trying to kill you when you're training in the fight.
You get in a ring, someone's trying to fucking knock your block off, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I have done with my training.
With Hapkido, no, you haven't.
No, bro, I know you're not stupid. Come on, man. I told you what I studied.
Yeah, I know what you study. Hey, I'm not just a Mortal Kombat nerd, right? I'm a martial arts nerd as well. Like, you ain't gonna fool me with Hapkido being some real thing. It's not happening. What with Muay Thai? With Muay Thai, you mean the one that is very easy to see that is real? Like, you can go, okay, let me put this out, right? You can go on YouTube right now and say, all right, find me an example of Hapkido working in a real environment. Or you can go on YouTube and say, Muay Thai, somebody gets knocked out by Muay Thai, whatever. You'll find a billion results of Muay Thai, none on Hapkido. So is it real?
So you're talking about, like, bad about what I've done. Why?
It comes back to the same. It's come back to the same. Well, yeah, Muay Thai is clearly superior. What are you on about?
Oh, okay, so so what you're saying is that you could essentially beat any high-level black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, I'm smoking them, mate.
Huh?
I'm smoking them straight up.
Okay. Sure, man. Anyway, well, so going back to the obvious game. So, do you think anything needs to be changed outside of just increasing damage output? What sort of damage output?
I didn't say increase damage output. I'm saying increase the offense. It's too easy to defend in this game.
Yeah, but people are supposed to defend. It's supposed to be an enjoyment.
I'm saying it's too easy to defend.
Okay. But yet there's a lot of people out there that would disagree with you, that aren't pro players.
Yeah, and the difference is, just like you said earlier, time and practice. I've got more time and more practice, so therefore it's easier for me. But I'm not going to say, all right, yeah, you guys are worse.
Okay, but to use your argument against you, right, because you're such an expert, it doesn't matter whether a game is nerfed or fixed or helped to appease people that might be actually struggling with the game, which is my argument. I'm not arguing.
So, all right, okay. Do you want everyone to be me? Is that what you want? You want everyone to be able to be on my level? You want to be able to just get on the game and automatically be able to play Katana like Fox Grandpa, be able to play Gyros like be able to play fucking Rain like Sonic Fox? You gotta practice. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm not saying that that's a hand-holding thing. But what I'm saying is that this game right now seems to be making things a lot easier for people to just, kick out this high damage stuff because it doesn't seem that there's any counterbalance to it, right?
What do you mean there's no counterbalance?
Okay, so you say there's all these defensive measures, but none of that matters once you get hit, right?
Well, the defensive measure is before you get hit, though. If you got hit, you failed the defense. You completely failed the defense when you get hit. That's the point.
So what you're saying is that you should lose half your health. That's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal in all fighting games of all time.
Yeah, but how come
you failed
my health when I play Street Fighter 6? I don't lose half my health when I play Tekken 7.
You do. I just told you you get electricked into the wall for 80% in Street Fighter. All right, okay. I see. Look, no, I play these games as well. Street Fighter has 80% checkmate scenario, and you're saying that you don't get hit for half your life. Characters are doing half-life, and they're also some of them are doing 100%. You get burnt out 0 bars in the corner against Marissa, you lose the round. You lose. There is no at any level that anyone could do a fucking combo and put 2 and 2 together, which is basically intermediate and above. And it doesn't matter what level. The level is irrelevant. The fact that it exists is what matters.
So it sounds like you're fully in advocation that somebody could miss one attack and just literally lose their entire health bar. Is that correct?
In Street Fighter, that happens. But then that's part of the strategy.
I've had.
Yeah, not in some of the matches you had, because you ain't that good then, apparently. You ain't good enough to play against the Marissa that good. That's a you problem.
And that's fine, right? That's okay. But the reality is, though, is that that is a tiny minority of people. The majority of people who buy these products for simple fun.
Then why do you care? Then why do you care? If it's a tiny minority of people, that's just, and it's never happening to you, why does it matter to you?
Well, it seems like this game is definitely not made for the casual.
How is it not made for the casual if you're saying it's a tiny minority of people doing this, so and they're not doing it to you, so it's very few people are doing this and they're not doing it to you. Who's doing this? Where are you even seeing this?
The fighting game community, as in terms of like the esports, is a tiny minority, right? That's a tiny minority. Okay. But what happens is that these people follow you, they follow other esports people.
We've been over this.
Copy and paste what they do.
We've been over this. We've been over this. They nerf everything we do. They nerf everything we do. So the game's not made for us.
But it's not nerfed.
It is nerfed. It is it is.
Because whatever the foundation of this game is, regardless of whether they damage a Cyrax or they might, nerf Kung Lao's hat, at the end of the day, the base core game is still outputting these massive amounts of damaging combos, and not just the combos, the chip damage. And every one of the pro players is out there saying, well, you just need to put in the work. Yeah, like the people that go to work or maybe have kids and all of this sort of stuff that are busy. You're saying to them, well, you can't enjoy this shit. Now, it wouldn't bother me so much with Kombat League. The main issue too, it's the two-parter. They put rewards in Kombat League that no other ranked fighting game has, which means that what happens is that somebody goes into Kombat League and goes, oh, I like that skin, I'm going to try and get that skin, and they do everything they can to try and get up to that skin. The game doesn't just stop you when you lose. It actually deducts points as well. So you get hit twice with two.
But what do you want? Do you want participation trophies or something?
No, bro.
That's the whole point.
It doesn't. No. Because when I played Tekken 8 beta, right, didn't matter what character I chose, I could play a character. I get up to a certain point. If I lost, my fucking bar stayed there, and there wasn't any rewards at the end of it to worry about trying to maximize my output just so I can burn through.
It's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. Tekken doesn't do that. Tekken doesn't do that. It's not going to do that in the real game. You're going to get D-ranked in Tekken. That's historically always been Tekken.
Right. Okay, fine.
That was a beta.
Okay, fine. So you obviously know more than I do, right? Correct? It doesn't matter.
Well, apparently so.
Rewards I'm chasing. I'm not chasing any rewards though in Tekken.
A skin's a skin. A skin's a skin. So what? Okay. All right. Okay.
No. Do you understand FOMO? You understand all of that sort of stuff, the psychological stuff that these companies and everything do to try and entice people and push them, to get them to do certain things. I mean, this is why a lot of people in general don't like Kombat League versus other ranked matchmaking other fighting games, apart from just like all the glaring issues with it, the main one being rewards. It doesn't matter. Like, if you take the rewards out, it would be far better experience, because then the only reason why people would play it is to increase themselves on a skill-based level. I'm not seeing that online, dude. I'm seeing the same people using the same combo with Cameo main, doing the same exact combo over and over.
Yeah, but the combo is irrelevant. The combo is irrelevant. That's like the combo. No, it is. And let me explain to you why it's irrelevant. The combo is irrelevant because that is the least important part of the game you're playing. The combo is what happens after you've fucking done everything else to set it up. That is literally the least important part of the game. You're not thinking about the mind game that got you into that situation, the neutral that was played before that, the defensive option that you've taken before that, the offensive option that you've taken before that. That's all that matters. The combo is just what you do when you are right. Like, you're like, okay, I guess heads or tails. I was right. Now you do this. That's completely irrelevant.
You know what? I actually agree with you. And that's exactly what I do when I play. Right? As soon as I start that round, I don't need those 2 fucking sets to try and figure some person out. I instantly go, right, this is it. This is the last fight. I've got to try and win this. And I instantly start analyzing what they're doing. Are they jumping back?
That's also not a good argument as well. Back to the fighting thing. Why do you? Well, yeah, it is, because why do you think? You're saying, oh, you'll figure it out immediately. But if you go back to the real fighting thing,
my brain instantly starts trying to evaluate.
What, and you think that pro players don't do that as well? Do you think that they're just fucking sitting there like with a dead flat line going on in their brain?
I didn't say that. You said that.
The games between top level players ain't like the games that you're playing, right? So yeah, it might take longer to figure out.
I actually watched the recent one that you guys had. Were you part of that? Were you part of that one? Yeah, okay. So I was actually watching some of those matches, and you know what's really fascinating, right? When I play Combat League, nobody enhances their moves, right?
That depends on the character.
Because there's this perception of, oh, well, the pro players never use their enhancement unless they're hanging on to it, like the 3 bars, for their combo breaker. But when I was watching these matches, everyone was enhancing. And I'm thinking, hang on a sec, this is really strange. And not only that, nobody that in the small, like, I didn't watch like hours on end. I watched maybe an hour or two. I didn't see the combos that I saw online in the pro matches. Can you explain that?
With what characters?
What I mean is like the high damage combos is what I mean. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, so you did. Yeah, it's because you didn't see any Kenshi. Because you're not seeing the right characters. Only certain characters are doing the damage that you're actually talking about. They're a minority. No, they can't. But it depends on the assist as well. Give everyone jacks. I'm sure they can do damage, but not everyone's going to be. It's not going to be worthwhile picking jacks for everyone.
Okay. So, but why is it different then? Like, how is it that when I was watching you guys fight, I can't remember if I was watching you specifically, but it was people. It actually looked more like the type of fighting, excuse me, that I actually like to do, right? Because, you were feeling each other out and doing this and doing that. Yet when I get online, it's like I'm fighting a robot. It's like they are just programmed to, like, as soon as they get the open, bam, 400, 500 damage combo. But when I was watching, like, these tournaments, it wasn't like that at all. So that's what
I don't even know what you mean, man. Like, people online are just worse in general.
Okay, so why is it though that you aren't doing what I'm seeing online then?
Because my team isn't built for damage. My team's built for utility.
Okay. And what do you run?
Tana Kung Lao.
Okay. Right. So
this is all down to strategy.
Damage combos as well.
I know, but they're she can do that if you have jacks with her. But why would you pick jacks with her when you can pick Kung Lao and have better utility? This is strategy. Strategy.
It might have been striker. It might have been
whatever. Doesn't matter because Kung Lao's still a better pick for her.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but I'm just saying what I think it was. Right? It was definitely a katana. The point is though, is that when I watch you guys fight, that reminds me of, okay, this is more how I feel like, like my approach to fighting in terms of just what I'm watching, the movement, feeling each other out, a little bit of zone, whatever you guys do, right? That's what I see. It's so different, at least in Combat League, online, at least on PC.
It goes back to what I was saying before. You're talking about, on PC they're just going to hit you and do this, but you're not playing the same. You're not playing what you just said to me is you're not playing the neutral game. You're not even acknowledging how deep a matchup can go. So yeah, it's just going to devolve into I'm going to try and hit you with this. But when we're playing, it's I'm going to try avoiding you hitting me with this all match. Yeah. So it slows down the pace.
Don't do that.
I know you don't.
How do you know?
Because I've seen you play. I've seen you play. I know you don't.
Every match. That's fantastic. Bro.
I've seen you play enough. Wait. Well, it should only take me one game to realize what you're on about, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Then why do I need to see every match?
But I'm still winning and I'm still losing, so it's a nice even keel, right? I'm still beating people, playing the way that I'm playing.
Yeah, but these people ain't the same people.
Huh?
These people ain't the same people. These people ain't the same people as the people in the top tiers of the tournament.
Yeah, but I don't care about top tiers of the tournament, man. That's what I'm saying. My perspective comes from the customer enjoyment. Is this game going to be something that feels like I can jump into and have fun? I feel that with Street Fighter 6. You go, you can get destroyed in Street Fighter 6.
The same complaints you have in this game exist in every game. They exist in every game.
Yes. True, to a degree, but that's
not to a degree. They exist one for one. They exist one for one in every game.
All right. So what you're saying is that we just can't have an opinion on anything.
You can have an opinion, but you can have an opinion. You can have your opinion, but that doesn't mean that it's right. You know, like
How do you know you're right?
I know I'm right because I could jump on Street Fighter 6 right now and take 65% of you with Chun-Li.
What's your rank on Street Fighter 6 though?
What's my rank?
Yeah.
I've beaten Evo champions in Street Fighter 6 in tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm good enough at Street Fighter. Yeah, I finished second in a tournament in Street Fighter. So I'm definitely capable of Street Fighter.
Yeah. So what about the average person?
What about the average person? The average person ain't doing this kind of shit.
But in
just like you said,
in MK1, this is my problem, and this is what a lot of people are also saying too. Because of the way that you can do the combos, because they're so easy and brainless and overpowered to do, right out of the gate, because there's no skill involved. Okay,
it's like Tekken.
It's easy for people to maybe
green ranks and Tekken can take you for 80%, mate. That's not what makes them good. They're in green rank because they're bad at everything else, like I was saying.
Okay, fine, whatever. But the reality is, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat. It's my favorite fighting game. It's other people's favorite fighting game. And when you've got a game that is quite devoid of content to do, and the only thing that seems left to do is to get on Combat League, because the only content that it seems that they can able to go for is rewards.
What do you think people are doing in these other fighting games? What do you think they're doing in Tekken?
What reward do you get when you rank up in Tekken? What's the skill?
No, I mean, no. What are they doing other than fighting online in Tekken? What are they fighting online? What are they doing other than fighting online in Tekken?
I don't know. They do whatever they want.
What do you mean? No, they can't do whatever they want. What content is there to do in Tekken that ain't fighting online? You've done all this shit. Now what are you doing?
Well, what's in
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same with Street Fighter. Okay, you get your world tour. All right, you've done your world tour once. Are you going to do it again? Probably not. Okay, now what are you going to do?
That's a lot of content. World tour was far better than Invasions. You know that.
Yeah, Invasions is us. But that doesn't mean they're both finite. They're both finite. It doesn't matter.
Well, everything's finite, bro.
No, it's not. Online is infinite. Online is infinite. It's only finite by how long can you live.
Okay.
Or how long would a game be up for?
So in that saying, okay, fine. In saying that though, so everything else is dog shit. At the end of the day, we all end up online. So the online experience has to be good enough. The matchmaking in MK1 is dog shit. We don't have Wi-Fi filters. We can't deny any match. We don't have rooms. We don't have practice while we wait. There's so many issues going on with this game, right? And everyone just keeps saying, "Oh, just be patient, bro."
No, they don't.
Doing this. Yeah, they.
No, they don't.
Bro,
no, they don't.
No, they do.
No, don't.
They do.
No.
Okay, guys, in the chat, have you guys all these people like Losty and all these?
I know. Yeah, I know. This is what I'd say. I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this. You said, "Oh, Losty, fucking Vera, P&D, Ketchup, and all that."
Yeah,
but they're saying the same shit. I speak to these people. They're saying the same shit. You can see that they're saying the same shit. Mustard's saying the same shit on his stream. You don't even go into these people's streams to know what they're saying. So you're just making shit up, basically, at that point.
Oh, am I lying? Am I?
Yeah.
So when they tweet something out with their text and press enter, they're lying?
What do you mean they're lying? Have you ever been in Mustard's stream when he's talking about we need XYZ in the game? Because if you had been, if you had been, you wouldn't be making these talking points because you'd know that you're actually in agreement. You're just trying to disagree with someone who's got more status than you because I don't know why.
Here we go.
You're just disagreeing with him because he's guy with a voice. That's pretty much it.
No, that's not it, bro. These guys.
What is it then?
Testers.
What, for 5 days? For what do you don't even understand what, like, let me put this in perspective. You don't even understand
what do they test?
You don't listen. You don't even understand what release check is after 2 months in the game, right? So give you 5 days. What are you finding? You are finding fuck all in 5 days.
Really?
They ain't finding shit all in 5 days. They ain't even top level players. What do you expect them to find? They're there specifically.
They're hired under the. What was it? The game.
The credit was game balance testers. Game balance testers, not game testers. They're game balance testers, right? So they're looking at what do the characters do. They're not looking at. No, it doesn't make it worse because they're looking at. Or they're not looking at. What's the online like? How you meant to know what the online's like before the game's even released when no one's online? That is going to be your next talking point. That's going to be your next talking point. You're going to say, that's what you did earlier. I've been listening. You did earlier. Right. So the game balance testers, right? Okay. I play Katana.
Things in my mouth, bro.
No, you love me. You love me putting things in your mouth. Anyway, right. So game balance testers. I've played Katana for 2 months, yeah, and I've not unlocked the potential of this character completely. So what am I supposed to do in 5 days if I'm ketchup and mustard? Bear in mind, one character, one person can't figure it out in 2 months. So what do you really expect?
Okay, cool. Well, so what you're saying is that if you got paid for a job and you can't do it, what the fuck were they doing?
You can only find so much.
Okay, and what did they find?
I don't know. I don't know, was I?
Had they ever said anything?
What's wrong? Okay. All right. What's so wrong with the balance? What's so wrong with the balance then? What's so wrong with the balance that it weren't worth like?
Okay, hold that point. I will answer that, but hold that point. Right. Let's go back a step. When you said that I claimed that the next talking point will be online. No, it's not online. I'm not complaining about the online in terms of ketchup and mustard. What I'm saying is that these guys were paid to do a job. They also, I have no shadow of a doubt, known full well that basic features that every other game has when it comes to the online experience were not there. And did they say anything while people were sitting there pre-ordering and they were talking about...
How are they meant to know this? How are they meant to know this? This is before the game came out. There was no online.
Bro,
there was no online. They weren't playing online. They weren't playing online. What are you on about? They're not. Okay, they're not playing online. Like, look, it's as simple as this. Were they playing online? No. Were they able to see these online issues? No. So
no. Is there a room? Do we have rooms? Do we have offline practice? Do we have Wi-Fi filter?
We have none of this. We have none of this.
No. Don't tell me that these people didn't fucking know that.
I'm telling you that they didn't know. I'm telling you they didn't know because it's an online feature. They're not there to test the online. They're not there.
They're not there to test. Dude, listen, I know this is hard. I'm not saying that they weren't there to test the online. What I'm saying is that they had the inside tracked. And they would have known almost.
You wouldn't have known. You need to be able to go online. You need to be, all right, first off, you can't even go on the online menu when you're offline with no connection. You can't even go there. Bro. So how are they meant to know that this is there?
Bro.
You objectively cannot go. You physically cannot get to that part of the game offline, and the game hadn't released. There was no online. You're just wrong here. You're just wrong. You are wrong. No. You can't argue your way around this. You're just wrong.
No, you're not listening.
I am listening. I listened very clearly.
I didn't say they were testing online. What I'm saying is that they would have known, not through testing, but by simply somebody saying or them asking, hey, is there going to be, when online is available, crossplay, Wi-Fi filter, denying matches, rooms, offline, practice the wait before we go online. Are you telling me that these people who commentate for fucking PvP Mortal Kombat tournaments for God knows how long didn't ask, not even once, while they were beta testing or whatever the fuck they were doing, or anyone else? They didn't ask, or nobody said to them at all. It was just this mystery that nobody said this at all.
Yep, exactly. Because just like you said earlier, listen, I'm going back on a point you made. They paid them to specifically do what they were there to do, which is look at game balance testing, not look at the game's online functionality. So actually, this was your point from earlier. So no, why would they ask this? Why would they even ask this? It's not even a relevant point. It's not even a relevant point. You're speaking from now as if they knew this back then. We would have just assumed that there had been rooms because we had MK11 with all that. We didn't even know this at this point. You couldn't even get to the online menu at this point. There is no way they're going to know that.
So you're telling me that at NRS, they had no...
No, not at NRS. From Ketchup... No, you're fucking moving the goalpost here. We're saying from Ketchup and Mustard's perspective before the game released. Now continue your sentence.
Yeah, they did the work for NRS, yes? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ketchup and Mustard went for 5 days pre-release with no online, all right? No way to get into the online menu because you can't do that offline.
I must be talking to the wall. I'm talking to the fucking wall. Are you like, seriously, man, sincerely, right? Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these people, I'm not talking about whether they tested it I'm talking about the fact that they would have known that these features they would have talked about.
How would they know?
Because they would have talked to people there. I know it sounds like a weird.
Why would you talk? Why would you talk to someone
for 5 days?
Why would you talk to someone about a functionality that's been in the previous game and the previous game before that, past like however many games since 9? Why would you? Like, that's just something you just assume that was there. So why would you even bring it up? That's like me saying. Do you think there's gonna be 1v1 online? Well, obviously, but that obviously it's not there. So it's not even worth bringing up. They're not there for that. They're not there for that. So that's not fair to.
You know that.
It's not fair to bring up on them because they're not there for that. It even says in the credits, balance testing.
In the credits. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, in the credits, because obviously no one talks to each other. It's not like they're friends with anyone there either, is that? You know, they just go in there like robots, sit in the room with blinders on, just looking at the screen, only doing this. They don't have lunch with the people. They don't talk about what features might be possibly aligned or anything like that. Dude, they had fucking crossplay on the Steam page for MK1, and then mysteriously one day they removed it without a single notification message indicating
all right.
took it out. So listen, no. So listen, from the consumer perspective, where they are sitting there asking us to pre-order, when you've got influencers sitting there going, yeah, this is going to be a fantastic game, blah, blah, blah. Right? And
how many people do you think?
Okay, cool. No,
how many people do you think that Ketchup and Mustard influenced to buy the game? Realistically?
Who knows? I don't know.
No, give me an estimate. Give me an estimate, because like they've got a 200k following YouTube channel, right? Mortal Kombat sold already. That's not, because Mortal Kombat's already sold more than 3 million copies. 200k YouTube channel, you'd be lucky if you got even 100 people at that channel to buy the game because of them. They were buying the game anyway. So Ketchup and Mustard's influence is irrelevant to the whole sphere of influence that Mortal Kombat has. Mortal Kombat is selling by itself. It don't need Ketchup and Mustard's like, here, come on guys, buy the game, and now everyone's buying the game. It's irrelevant what they say. It's irrelevant what I say.
If you are privy to something and you do not tell people that because it's something that they may actually be expecting, and you know the fallout because of it, because look what happened, bro. As soon as the game came out, the game is so bare bones, like anorexics have more meat on them. Jesus Christ, man. No offense, Lord. Like, you've got people like Ed Boon on Twitter doing a poll asking for fucking online features that betas have and are fully functioning and working.
And what's this got to do? What's this got to do with Ketchup and Mustard being testing?
Because
nothing.
They're in the building.
Nothing.
Because
they're in the building and they're incapable of getting on the online. So yeah, so they can't see that. We're going back to the.
No. You're confusing one issue with another. You're saying that the reason why, like, they can't talk about this issue because it just simply didn't exist. What I'm saying is that they knew it didn't exist. Like NRS.
No, they didn't know it. No. Ketchup and Mustard. Ketchup. I can't speak for NetherRealm.
No, but okay. So you can speak for the Condiment Twins then? Yes, you can speak for them.
I can speak sort of on their behalf. Okay,
well, let's assume that they are good friends when they go there. They hang out, they have lunch, they talk about stuff. They are literally commentators for PvP, like actual PvP for Mortal Kombat, right? They know people are going to be getting online playing in this game. They did like balance testing for this game for 5 days in the office. I'm assuming they went overseas. I'm assuming that's where they went, to America and head office, right? I'm assuming, unless it's all in the UK, perhaps, right?
I'm assuming. There's one in credits.
They would talk to people about, what's the online going to be like? What are we going to have? Is there going to be this? Is there going to be that? Are you telling me there was not a single conversation? And perhaps you're right. That's fine, but it does look a little strange. When it's
right, so logically, let's see. Even though this isn't really an important talking point because it's from Ketchup and Mustard's perspective, logically, the only way that they would know about this is if somebody from NetherRealm told them, because there's no motive for them to ask about the rooms being on the game.
Why?
There's why is there no motive? Because I just said that every game before it since 9 had all that stuff. So why would they ask?
And you think they don't talk to them since? You think like there's no
talk to them since the game released 5 days later? The game's released 5 days later. What more importance could they bring to that? They're not. No. They were there for 5 days.
Okay. No, this is interesting. Okay, when did they do the game testing?
They told you 5 days. This was 5 days before release. So what are they meant to do?
Okay. So okay, hang on. Is it 5? Yeah. So 5 days before the early access, correct?
5 days before release.
So these guys were paid by Warner Brothers and NetherRealm 5 days before the release to do balance testing. Is it like? I mean, I must be confused, bro. Because 5 days? Well, gee whiz, man. It was before that time frame that the fucking crossplay got removed from the Steam page. Oh, nobody knew about it. Nobody
knew about it. Everybody knew about it. People were posting about that all over the place. I remember that.
Yeah, people knew.
I remember. People knew about it
because they noticed it happened.
So what is it then? What is it? Did nobody know, or did they know? Did they know, or did they not know? Make your mind up.
I told you.
No, you didn't. You just said nobody knew, and then you literally just swept the flip to they do know. What is it?
No, I said, if I was being hyperbolic, right? I was just saying, I was saying nobody knew, like it was like, oh, it was just like nobody had any idea. I was making a fucking joke, bro. Right?
I'm sure you were.
Is that they fucking knew? Yeah, you know me, bro. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you and your expertise. The reason is that this game, they silently removed crossplay from the Steam page. They didn't have a notification. They didn't tell anyone. It was only that people picked it up and started posting in the forums. Hey, why is the game suddenly not having this thing? Which was, might I add, done well before the apparent, as you say, 5 balance testing days right before the early access release. Which means...
All right, okay, let's say that they did everything...
No, let me finish. I have no doubt in my mind that when these guys went to do their testing, are you saying they had no conversation about crossplay? None? Just none?
Maybe they did. It doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter because Ketchup and Mustard's influence is irrelevant here. They're not going to have any sort of... Okay. Let's say then. Let's say that everything went the way you wanted it to. Let's say that everything went the way you wanted it to. NRS said, "Yeah, guys, we fucked up." Let's just say NRS said, "Yeah, guys, we pulled the fucking crossplay thing off the Steam. Just letting you know." What difference would that make? The thing is still gone. What difference would that make?
It's because if these people knew that this had happened, then they should...
Okay. And with that knowledge, what are you doing with that knowledge? What are you speaking up about? What are you speaking up about to get what action to occur? Because if you ain't going to do anything about it, your words are empty and pointless.
Lies, bro. Are you fucking out of your mind? People out there that are sitting there possibly wanting to buy this game and going, oh, I hope it's got crossplay. I hope it has this. I hope it has that. Right?
People are going to buy the game or not. People are going to buy the game anyway, man.
No, bro. No, you're just assuming that people, they're all going to be like some sort of mindless, zombie horde that are going to do all this thing that you say. The reality is, though, there are a lot of people that were fucking upset when that crossplay thing got removed. And then after that, these guys do 5 days.
Know who the people that were upset about it were?
Testing. I'm a consumer, bro. That's the
people that are upset about that are the people that actually play the fucking game. They're gonna play the game anyway. Yeah, the casuals don't give a shit. The casuals don't give a fuck about crossplay, mate. They ain't sitting there thinking, I hope I can play this guy on the other thing. They don't care. They're gonna sit there and mash buttons for a week and fuck off to the next game.
Is that right? Cool, man. Like, seriously, like, dude, do you have any idea how important crossplay is to gaming in general? You have some people that only have one console. You have some people only have another. How the fuck can you sit there and say that this isn't some sort of important feature when you got people at school, yeah, man, I can verse you at Mortal Kombat, and then finding out they can't?
Crossplay is important. Crossplay is important.
It is important.
If you stick around and play the game, which the casuals don't.
No, this is my point, right? This is my point, because it all comes back to whether or not people are being honest. And if they know something that is absolutely going to sway whether or not someone is go, you know what, I might wait until they announce crossplay. I'm not really interested yet. I want to get it for the online play, but I want to play with my friends. I'm going to wait and hold off from doing that. People have all manner of reasons for why they do it. Because at the end of the day, they want to feel like their money is being well spent and respected. No one gives a fuck, about like, any of that sort casual, they're just going to fucking leave anyway. That's a pretty broad statement to make. But
it's also a very true statement to make.
Yeah, but these guys got paid, didn't they, bro? They got paid. They got flown out there. They got in there 5 days before the game got early access. And not a single peep from them or anyone else didn't say a single thing about...
Where was it mentioned in the credits that they're working on online functionality? Where did it mention that they're... Well, it does matter. It does matter. It does matter because that's what they're there for.
So what you're saying is that they didn't talk to anyone?
No, what I'm saying is that's not their role. It's not their role. It's not even their fucking lane to talk on.
Right.
They have nothing to do with that whole side of anything. So why would they have to be the ones to say anything? They don't even know. What if they don't even know? They can't know about the online functionality, like I was saying, because there's no online where they were. So how are you meant to know? Like, there's no way to know. If you can't know, you don't know.
You can announce and say that certain things are or are not going to be in a game, yes, without actually having fucking access to it. We don't have access to fucking Quan Chi, bro, but we know he's coming. Right? He's coming, but we don't have access to him. It's the same thing. If these guys who got...
It's not the same thing, actually. It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing. It is. No,
it's not. It's not. Guarantee you. No, it's not.
Come on, man, bro. Come on.
Guarantee they signed an NDA. All right, okay, so let's say they signed an NDA, yeah? So you signed an NDA. All right, let's say, all right, you specifically signed an NDA. You are now ketchup and mustard. You fly out there 5 days before release, and let's say you sit down and have a conversation and say, hey, there's no rooms online, and you come back to Australia, you sit there, you make a YouTube video and go, all right, mates, there's no fucking rooms, no Wi-Fi filter, blah blah blah. You are about to get absolutely fucked by Warner Brothers. Absolutely fucked. Is it worth it?
Thank you. You gave me exactly what I was after.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
No.
Okay. So now you got 2 points. Now you got 2 points. Now you got 2 points. One, it's not worth it from the whole getting fucked by Warner Brothers point. And two, they wouldn't even need to know. They wouldn't even need to know. They're not on a need to know basis, are they? It's not even like they're on a not need to know basis and can't know because there's no online menu. So
actually, you know what? There is integrity here. They could have looked at the NDA and said, you know what? We don't agree with this.
Don't agree with what? They wouldn't have even known before they turned up. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You're talking as if they can see from the future, go back into the past, and then fucking... Nah, your logic is terrible. Your logic is so terrible. Oh my God, that's bad. Yes, I will see into the future and transport myself to the past so that I can deny this NDA. Mate, you are fucking ridiculous. Oh my God.
Yeah, cool. So I never said any of that.
But you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said, this is the timeline. Crossplay gets removed well before in advance of the 5 days that they had to balance test the game. 5 days, which was leading up to the early access of the game, which means that they would have had to, as you just said, no doubt, sign an NDA, which means that anything that they can talk about or see or anything like that, they can't say shit. But that's my point, isn't it?
What does it matter, though? What does it actually matter? What does it actually matter?
Well, this is the difference between you and me, bro.
What does it actually matter?
Because there are people out there, bro, who can't afford a whole lot, who are, you know, picking and choosing what.
If you can't afford the whole lot, don't fucking be buying yourself a PS5, internet connection, fucking Mortal Kombat. Sort yourself out first. There's bigger issues in the world than Mortal Kombat. No, I'm telling you.
That's very true. That's very true. And I do love that argument.
Mortal Kombat is a first world. You're literally arguing first world problems. At that point, it don't matter. No, you're arguing first world problems because it don't matter. It don't matter.
Nothing matters, bro. Nothing matters, bro. When you get down to brass tacks about
it. No, nothing does matter. So why are you even moaning about it?
Because people have the right to do things that can at least make themselves happy, even if things are a bit tight. People have to pick and choose what they sell, what they put their money on when it comes to.
Okay, how many people?
They have.
How many people are doing this? You don't know, so then you got no point.
Well, you don't know shit either, so I guess we're in the same boat. The reality is, though,
I don't need to know because my point is just off logic. Your point is off guessing.
Yeah.
You're guessing that a significant amount of people are buying Mortal Kombat and then also not able to feed their kids.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say that they couldn't.
You just said that. You just said that. You said, "Oh, they're struggling to get by. They're better, but they're deciding on what games to buy." No, they're not. They're fucking got a PS5. That's on YouTube. Everyone is responsible for their own shit, right? So if you can't afford Mortal Kombat, don't buy Mortal Kombat. It's very simple.
Bro, listen. We're not talking about like destitute people here. We're talking about people that have to literally go, look, yeah, I can only afford this one game, right? That's what they want to do. It's their enjoyment. It might be something that they've been looking forward to for the longest time. Their positions on why they have been looking forward to this game for the longest time are also swayed by the fact of whether things are not in the game. Now, maybe it's true. Maybe these guys had no fucking idea. But I tell you what, it doesn't look good when the guys that are constantly hosting commentary for actual PvP tournaments are 5 days out from the early access of the game, well in advance from when we already knew that crossplay wasn't available. Are you telling me these people had no idea? And the only reason why they wouldn't say anything, which is what you suggested, is that there is an NDA which they could not breach because naturally they would actually...
No. I said you wouldn't know this because you couldn't get on the online menu, which is the first important part that you keep ignoring. You can't get on the online menu to see this kind of shit. They had no reason to ask about it because it was in everything else. So they're not going to be looking for it, and they ain't going to be asking about it. And on top of that, they're binded by contract to not talk about it. So there's no reason for them to talk about it or know about it. So there you go. That point is dead. That point is dead now.
No,
it is. That point is dead.
The second point, I understand NDAs. Absolutely. Right? But that's also something you choose to do. Right? The first point is the fact that because crossplay was pulled, are you really telling me that these people never talked to a single person when they were there and said, hey, crossplay is pulled?
All right, okay, let me just use I'm going to use your logic against you. Are you really telling me that they did talk to people about this?
No, I'm saying...
Are you really telling me they did talk about this? Are you really telling me that they did talk about this?
Bro, come on, man.
Come on, man.
No.
Are you really telling me that that's what they did? They had 5 days in Netherrealm and they decided to talk about this, of all things? Yeah. Why would they talk about this? It's not a thing that they're there to do. Like, so that we're both all 5 days. That's really what you want to talk about. That's your most important talk.
As soon as they walk in the door, black bag over the head, walk to the room. That's it. Don't talk to anyone. Don't engage with anyone.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Actually, yep, that is exactly what happened. Actually, yeah. It's just as believable as what you're saying. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Just as plausible. Just as plausible. Yeah. Your shit is all guesswork. Your shit is all guesswork.
Well, a lot of things are guesswork until you get to the heart of the fucking truth, bro. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, you have no truth. You have no proof.
I don't give a shit. You
don't give a shit if you have no proof, therefore you have no truth. What you see is nothing. No. Oh, well, you there with ketchup and mustard because if you weren't there with ketchup and mustard, you didn't see anything.
No, that's right. But
then you have no proof.
What I see is two guys 5 days out from the game, knowing full well crossplay had been pulled, knowing I have no doubt.
Right, we're going in circles. If you ain't gonna like just accept the fact that they can't get to this point of talk, then I'm just gonna leave because this is dead. This conversation is dead. But move on to your next point, mate. We're just going in circles. Move on to your next point.
Oh, so you're done.
This is a shit point. Like, there's nothing more for me to say. Like, just move on to the next point.
I know you're pally with them. That's why you're so defensive.
Move on to your next point. Move on to your next point.
Well, what is the next point? You're the one that has problems with things that I say.
No, you're the one that wanted me to come on here. Move on to your next point.
Yeah, well, I talked about everything so far that I was interested in talking to you about. Everything from the combat. You reckon that nothing needs to change. They need to increase stuff. So, yeah, we lose all their health. That sounds like a terrible idea, but you don't seem to care. So the problem with you, bro, is that you come at me thinking that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But
I've proven that you don't. I've proven that you don't. You don't even understand how the control schemes work. I have, because I've proven you don't even understand how something as basic as the control scheme works.
Well, there's a lot of things that you probably don't understand with life, bro. So I guess I got to try and write you off.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about that. We're talking about something I definitely know about. We're talking about something I definitely know about.
Yeah.
I definitely know a hell of a lot more than you. Well, you can't beat anybody. You can't beat me. You can't beat me. Hey, wait. What happened the last time I played Sonic Fox? Oh, I won. But what happened the last time you played Sonic Fox? Oh, wait, won. No, I beat Sonic Fox the last time I played him. So, what's your point now?
Really? So you lied?
Oh, yeah, really? What do you mean I lied? Lied where?
You said that no one can defeat him.
No, I didn't.
You said he was the best. Yeah, you did. You said he's the best.
I said Sonic's the best. I didn't say no one could beat him.
Oh, so then he isn't the best.
No, he is the best.
You could be.
See, this is something
you're the best.
No, that's not how it works. Being the best is about being consistently number one. It's not about being able to be beaten at any point.
So what you're saying is that you're not consistently good.
I'm consistently like top 5.
The difference between you and me, bro, is that I don't care about winning or losing. I care about whether or not a game is balanced. I care about whether or not.
No, you don't. You don't. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't. No, you don't. You care about moaning daily. That's what you care about. You care about moaning daily, thinking that you're on some fucking moral high ground, and really just chatting shit so that you can get views on your YouTube. I know what your game is. I understand the game. You can't fool me.
I don't care what you think, bro. The people that I care about, their opinion, ain't on the end of this phone call. The difference between you and me, bro, is that I don't care about whether or not you think this is some sort of scam. People that have known my channel or the stuff that I've done over the years know this is a very consistent way that I approach things. I don't like bad consumer practices. I don't like things being fucked over. I don't like people.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it other than talk? You do nothing but talk. What are you actually going to do about it?
Well, look what happened with Blizzard, bro.
What happened with Blizzard? You did nothing. You did nothing.
No. People talk though. Other people.
Yeah, but you did nothing. You did nothing. So what are you going to do about it?
What exactly have you done?
Because I ain't involved in Blizzard. Why would I do anything?
You're involved with Blizzard.
I said I ain't involved with Blizzard. Why would that even be relevant to me?
And I'm not involved with Blizzard either. You're missing the point.
So why? No, you're missing the point. I'm saying you're doing all this talking. You're like, I hate bad consumer malpractice, blah, blah, blah. And yet you do nothing about it. What are you actually going to do? Nothing.
Oh, so I have to attach.
All you do is talk. All you do is talk.
Issue. I called out what Killer Instinct was doing with their colors.
You're calling out shit. All right, so words, that's doing a lot. All right, good job.
Okay, yeah, it's called awareness, bro. You know, I know it's a hard word for you to understand, but this is what people do. This is what happened with Blizzard.
People don't do what you do. People don't do what you do. This goes back to my point. You ain't every guy.
Yeah.
You ain't some casual. You are a very unique, niche, fucking oddball human being, right? And you're like, we're not that far removed, right? I am also a unique, niche, oddball human being, but you're talking about awareness. You're not aware of it. You ain't the regular guy. You ain't fucking average Joe blogs buying this game, playing it casually for a little laugh. You're some guy who sits on the internet and talks about it all fucking day, every day. So no, you can't. Yeah. What? How long is this stream? 8-9 hours? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 9.5 hours.
A big one. But it's rare. I don't do this much.
No, it's not rare. It's not rare. It's not rare.
Okay. All right, dude. Well, I'll tell you what. You seem very invested in my channel. That's
I love it. I do love it because it's like watching DSP. I love those kind of things.
Yeah.
You're my new DSP.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I have a lot of people that agree. I have a lot.
You do. That's the nature of online. It's like I have people that agree with me. Online's an echo chamber. People flock to what they're familiar with and what they agree with. You're gonna get that.
So what you're saying is that everyone else is an idiot because you.
Everyone else that follows you.
Yeah.
There's got to be a number of idiots in there. There's no doubt.
And you don't think you have idiots following you?
There's definitely some idiots following me. You ain't seen the shit on my channel. Yeah. But I'm not. But you think I'm not bothered by that. I'm not bothered by that. I don't think I'm the best. I already said that I'm not. See, I know about your channel. You don't know about mine. See, you're just talking. You're just making shit up. Like if you went into my channel, you wouldn't ever say that I think I'm the best if you'd been into my channel. This is how little you know about what you're talking about.
I don't care.
Now it's I don't care. Now it's I don't care. All right. See, this is your argument's weak. Your argument's weak.
I know you think that you're clever, but the reality is that this train ain't stopping, bro. It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, your train ain't stopping, but your train is definitely not even got to the first stop after 12 years or however long it is you've had this YouTube channel.
I haven't had this channel for 12 years. I've done other channels over the years.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah. No, you don't. No, you don't. How old were you? How old are you now?
How old am I now? 31.
Were you watching Infinite Retro 12 years ago, were you?
I know about it.
The very first channel that I got to 6,000 subscribers. That was pretty good for back in the day.
Yeah, but it's not good though, is it? 3.2 now. It's not exactly like you're moving fast.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is where I end up. Right? I'm not in no rush here. It seems that you want me to be. Right? What difference does it make how long it takes, bro? Right? I'm just doing the best I can.
So you're just talking about the number of people following you, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously it's not that many people that agree with you. If it's taking you this long to get this kind of a following. Isn't that kind of...
This fighting game channel, specifically dedicated to fighting games, has only been up for what, maybe a couple of years, you know, give or take. I have other channels that I dump content on as well. You know, none of them are big. I'm not saying I'm huge, bro, but I enjoy what I do.
Good. I said like I do legitimately enjoy watching your channel,
you know what's interesting,
but I ain't gonna sit here and say that what you're saying is right or not hilariously wrong. You know, like
wasn't it you that was having a go at me? Because what did you say on Twitter? Let me just pull that up because it's an absolute banger.
It was a banger.
Something about it was a banger about you know, you said Taekwondo was shit. But that's just simply an opinion. That's not fact. Right. Was it something about my mental health? Have you got the tweet there, bro? While I'm trying to find it, let me have a look.
Oh yeah. You were saying actually, I know what you're about. Yeah. You were saying, oh, you're all soy or whatever, and I was like, how's that fucking soy? When you're sitting here saying, oh, I'm all bothered about getting a job because they'll be all worried and shit. Like, who cares? That's soy.
You're the one reacting, bro. You're the one. This is the hilarious part.
You talk to me. You talk to me. Yeah.
You're watching my videos.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Not out of admiration.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I don't care if you're not watching mine. I don't care if you're not watching mine.
But you're bothered enough to watch my content.
I'm not bothered. I like watch. Listen, I watch DSP videos and Wings of Redemption videos. You're in that same category, so I'm not going to sit here and say I'm 31 and I'm 31.
31-year-old man watching content that you don't like.
No, it's not. I don't like. I love watching people that are wrong and think they're right all the time. Right, and that's you. You fall into Wings of Redemption, DSP, and LTG. So actually, LTG is a little bit different because at least like he's a bit different, but you are definitely along the lines of Wings and DSP. That's kind of you.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Yeah, sure.
Fucking sitting there checking himself out on camera, like wiggling his head around. You're brilliant. You are brilliant. Thanks. All right, I'm talking about you. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just having fun, bro. That's it.
Yeah, you're just having fun every day, moaning about Mortal Kombat, moaning about this, moaning about that. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Please don't stop. I'm not saying to stop. In fact, I'd be happy if NRS fucked the game up even more, just to be able to see what kind of shit you would talk about, because that would be funny.
Well, I'm sure you're the sort of person that completely agrees with the cash shop too, so that's no surprise at all. But whatever.
I'd agree with the what?
The cash shop.
I don't really give a fuck about that. If you don't want it, don't buy it.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but that's another segment that's another thing that a lot of people are also worried about because of the severe monetization aspects of.
It's fucked. It's fucked. But it's fucked. And what are you gonna do? Again, I don't care because I have no control over what will happen to it. Neither do you.
See, that's where you're wrong, bro. You don't
no, that's not. That. I do know that.
Yeah. Okay. So when Mortal Kombat 9 got banned from Australia because they used the movie rating system to rate the game like they had done with previous games. It was myself and Total MK and probably a few other Australians that were doing daily videos. This is all the way back on an old channel I had. Doing daily videos, bringing awareness to this issue. And I would call up the Parliament down in Canberra, if you know where Canberra is in Australia. I'd call them up and I would try and talk to the people that were in charge of the rating system when it came to media and games. And it got to a point where they both knew who I was and who Total MK was. You know why we did that? We did it because we cared about the game. We wanted the game to actually be sold in Australia so people could enjoy it. And it still took a couple of years because the game.
Did you? Okay.
Was eventually what was it? The complete edition. So we never actually got the base game. We never actually got the opportunity to buy the DLC from the Australian.
So what you're saying is you wanted to do this for everyone to get access for the game.
I know it sounds like a really weird concept, dude, but I actually give a shit.
So then, did you do that for Germany as well and Japan?
Well, I'm in Australia, bro. I didn't know.
Okay. Why didn't you know? Why didn't you know?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know, so you don't care. You're just caring about yourself. Oh.
This is.
Oh. So now he's just caring about yourself and Total MK on Australia. It's not about dealing with everyone else and the casual guy that actually gives a fuck and Joe blogs, fucking whoever, Wilhelm blogs in Germany. You just fucking doing it for yourself.
What did you do?
I was 19. I was 19 and playing in tournaments. I was having a good old time, man. I was 19 going to play in a tournament and coming back with £1. I didn't care. I was playing the game. I had the game. You didn't.
Yeah. So you didn't care about other countries that didn't have the game then?
Didn't give a fuck. No. Couldn't have given a single fuck. Like, why would I? I was 19. I was 19. Why would I care? It's not my problem. I'm not there to fight against the fucking Australian government about your fucking age ratings on games. Like, I'm just
to fight everywhere. Is that what you're saying? You don't give a fuck. You won't put in the effort, but you're going to sit there and say that I didn't.
Wasn't my problem. No, you didn't. You didn't. If you were sitting there fighting, for it, and your point was that you're doing it for everyone, you didn't. You just did it for yourself. Me, I never said that I was doing it for anyone. I was just playing the game. I was just your average Mortal Kombat fan. This was MK9. There weren't even any pros at this point. I was what you were calling the average guy. I was just playing the game. I happened to be good. And now, then things would change. But I was just playing the game, doing exactly what you wanted for your people with the game.
So you said to me in this tweet, you said that's ironic after my comment about soy because, you know, you clearly had an issue with the things I was saying. You said there's nothing more soy than saying you taught martial arts, which I can prove, when you did fucking Hapkido and Taekwondo, which you claim is absolute dog shit.
It's certifiably...
School that I trained at if you ever come to Australia. Or how I don't like to work because I get anxiety. Apparently that... Because I do actually.
Because you chat so much shit. Yeah, but you chat so much shit. You chat so much shit. You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and that is you. And you're throwing stones. You're throwing stones daily, mate. What? Right, okay. Why? I've seen you make a whole 20-minute video slagging Sonic Fox off. You've never spoken to Sonic in your life.
Well, I don't agree with the way he behaves.
You don't know how Sonic behaves. You don't know how Sonic behaves. You don't know how does Sonic behave. Sonic was to come up to you now, how would Sonic say hello to you? Do you even know? You don't even know what Sonic is like, and you're making all these assumptions about someone you never met. You know nothing.
You're making all these assumptions about someone that you've never met. Because you take a window of a video that I do every day and claim that is everything about.
Well, you took 20 minutes to actively slag Sonic Fox off. You took 20 minutes to just sit there and do that. Sonic.
Oh no.
Sonic is actually a really nice person. Sonic is a really nice person. Like Sonic is one of the greatest humans I've ever met, and you're sitting there slagging him off because basically just because you don't like him, and that he's good at a game, and that he gets attention from the company that you love the game of, and you're not. That's what it is.
I don't care about the attention.
You do.
I don't care about the attention.
You do. Yeah, you do because let me tell you, you do because you bring it up so frequently that this guy's getting attention from Ed Boon. This guy's getting attention from Ed Boon. Or what about the little guy? What are you on about?
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that say the same thing. Are they all wrong too?
If they've met Sonic.
Of everyone.
Well, I know Sonic. I don't
care
personally. So yeah.
Well done.
So yeah,
it's together. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
You don't see. Oh, now you're making assumptions. Fursuits. The fuck are you talking about? You don't know me. You don't know me. Just like I don't know you. So you're making some shit up again. Oh, so now exactly. See that you just constantly back and forth on the hypocrisy shit, mate. You just can't. You can't keep in a straight line. You can't keep in a straight line. It's actually impossible for you. No, you can't. No, you can't. Give this conversation 5 more minutes and you'll be off on some other tangent about some other bullshit without ever actually answering the point in this conversation.
I can talk about a lot of stuff, bro.
I know you can. You can talk about a lot of stuff. It never really comes to any sort of solid like answer or conclusion. You can talk. I'll give you that.
Well, the reality,
you can definitely talk.
The reality is that for whatever tiny piece of the internet that I'm on, I'm having at least some sort of like, you know, what do you call?
I don't say that you're about to make an impact because you're not.
No, I didn't say I'm making an impact. I'm saying that there are other people out there who feel the same, who have been chastised for saying and speaking out against certain aspects of the game and being told that they're shit.
Look, none of us are making an impact. None of us are making an impact. You're not the majority of people. You're a minority. You're not a casual. You're in the same sort of band of shit that I'm in.
Oh, okay.
And that is like you're just an MK fan, like a fucking diehard MK fan, just on the I'm going to be pissed off every day sort of section.
Well, I'm not pissed off every day, bro. I'm a pretty happy guy. Right? My window with I do with a video on YouTube is not my life. Right? I talk about stuff, I get passionate because that's how I get. But my life is very cool. I'm very happy with my life, and it's enough for me. But I am going to bring awareness to things, and it doesn't matter whether it changes or not. I'm allowed to talk about it.
All right, earlier you were saying, do you think that everybody's stupid, right? Do you think that all the people you're bringing awareness to are stupid as well?
No, I'm not saying that.
You must think they're stupid if they need you to if they need you to tell them this. You must think they're stupid because everybody can see the same shit.
No, bro, it's called knowing that they're not alone. That's the difference. Something you may not seem to understand, right? Because I have people come to my comments and say, wow, you know, this is refreshing that somebody else is saying the same stuff that I'm thinking or feeling about certain...
Nobody's alone in any viewpoint, mate.
I'm not...
Nobody's... I can say 2 plus 2 equals 5 and some idiot on the internet will agree with me. Not even just one idiot, a lot of idiots will agree with me.
Congratulations. You have just insulted people that are actually trying to feel like they are needing to be heard.
Needing to be heard. They need to be heard. They need to. See, look, here we go. This is what you do. It's like the people in need. Shut the fuck up, mate. They in need. It's a fucking game, mate. They don't have to pay anything.
We're going to go back to Sonic Fox because you had a go. The fact that I made a video about it. What was the video about? That was a video about him talking down to people.
What, saying that?
That part, didn't you?
What, saying that Sonic is the best player on the planet? Sonic has every right to say that, though. So how many tournaments? All right, Sonic. Calling everyone else bad. Okay, that's like if it's like if Muhammad Ali said, "Yo, you lot suck at boxing." You gonna say, "Nah, mate, you're wrong. You suck at boxing." Was Muhammad Ali bad? Was Muhammad Ali the greatest? Was Muhammad Ali the greatest? That's Sonic Fox in this sort of shit.
Yeah. So, by the way, nobody's paying for Muhammad Ali. Nobody owns a piece of Muhammad Ali, right? We own this product. We pay for this product.
You don't own the product.
Oh, okay.
You don't own Mortal Kombat.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We are paying a permanent license for whatever temporary access, whatever you want to, like, say it as, right? But you're sitting there complaining that I made a video talking about how Sonic Fox was calling other Mortal Kombat people dog water.
No, you weren't doing that though. You said that. No. You said that. All right, you can have your little piece, and then you went on to say about how just talking about Sonic being a deviant, Sonic being super gay, and all this. But who cares? It's not even relevant to the point. It's not even relevant.
That's right. You know what? 100% agree. It's so not relevant that it wasn't relevant when he got his little EVG, whatever the fuck award that it was. It's not relevant at all. His sexuality is not relevant. Him wearing a fursuit is not relevant. Him saying crap about whatever president was at the time is not relevant, bro, because it was only simply about
it was about him.
Bro.
It was about him. 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 It was literally Esports Player of the Award. Come up and say your speech. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. You are the GOAT at that point. Say whatever the fuck you want. You haven't ever got to that point to be able to say that. So how can you tell someone not to do that? Really? Where's your fucking Esports Player of the Year award?
I didn't say that he couldn't say it. I just said it was shit. And a lot of people think it was shit because it wasn't.
Okay. A lot of people can think it was shit, but a lot of people ain't won Esports Player of the Year award. And they don't have the...
Who cares?
But if you if you don't care, why are you bringing it up?
Who cares, bro?
If you don't care, why are you bringing it up? Why? Well, if you don't care, why are you going to make a 20-minute video about it?
Because I was calling out his attitude from a person that is high up in the Mortal Kombat community, talking down to other fans of the Mortal Kombat game and telling them that, hey, if you decide to have an opinion about this stuff, you're dog water.
All right, okay, let's see then. So Sonic says 99% of people suck at the game, right? What percentage of people do you think are good at the game?
It doesn't matter whether I think
it does matter. It does matter. It does matter. It does matter. So what percentage of the people are good at the game?
Bro, you're complaining because I said something about your precious Sonic Fox. That I said that being a furry is degenerate. I'm really sorry that hurts your feelings, bro. But I tell you what,
I don't care what the fuck Sonic does. I am not Sonic Fox. Sonic does all sorts of weird shit. I ain't even gonna comment on that. It's not to do with me. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I know Sonic more than you, and I know that Sonic is a good person. I know Sonic is a good person, and what you're saying is from a bad-willed place. You can't say that what you're saying is a good, or what you're saying is not from a place of, it's not a pure place. It's from a hateful, unnecessary, derogatory place for no reason.
What's hateful? Tell me what I said that was hateful.
What's hateful about making a 20-minute video just slagging someone off because they won an esports award and you don't like it?
He slagged off the entire Mortal Kombat community, telling everyone they were dog water.
At the game. At the game.
Yes, and people that bought the game, that paid for a product, and now hearing from someone...
What's them paying for the...
Shit.
Oh, okay, let me put it into perspective for you, again, because you don't ever seem to realise this. The majority of people don't know who Sonic Fox is, all right? The majority of Mortal Kombat players don't know who Sonic Fox is, so what does it even matter? What does it even matter? If Sonic says that you're all bad at the game, Sonic says you're all bad at the game, what does it matter? Yep, the greatest and still doesn't...
Follow him.
Yeah, well, you could ask me who's the best. But you could ask me who's the best player in badminton or squash. I ain't have a fucking clue.
You don't get it, bro. You don't get it.
I don't get it. No one gets it. No one gets it with you. No one ever gets it. Whenever anyone's getting you, it's always, oh, you don't understand or you don't get it. Why are you the only one that ever gets everything? Why is that? No. Why do you think that you're the only one that ever understands whatever is going on? You're some fucking omega brain know-it-all, mate.
No, I never said that.
Yeah, you say that every time. You say that in every argument.
Cool.
If I had the effort to I could make a montage of you basically endless saying, what you don't understand is, or what you don't seem to get is, or you're just not getting it. That's pretty much always the crux of your argument. What you don't understand is. No, I'm all right. I'll continue just letting you. No, I'm all right. Don't need to do it.
No, because
it's frequent enough. I don't even need to. Favoritism.
It sounds like the pros protect their own, and they will protect their own at any cost.
Do you know what sounds like favoritism? Do you know what sounds like favoritism? You protecting your mates. Do you know that sounds just like, oh, all right. So let's see, you and Total MK, for example. You're always fucking sucking off Total MK. You're always protecting Total MK. You're doing the exact same thing. Again, hypocrisy. Always the same thing. It's like, oh, Total MK did this, Total MK did that. Yeah, Total MK did a lot of stuff. Sonic Fox also did a lot of stuff. But that doesn't mean I ain't slagging off Total MK, by the way. I was watching all of his shit before MK9 came out. But you're literally doing the same thing.
Oh, really? I make one video about Sonic Fox and you like bleed into your panties?
Oh yeah, I'm bleeding all over the place, mate. Yeah, really sounds like it. Oh yeah,
right.
Bleeding all over the shop.
You have no reasonable excuse to excuse what he said, but apparently nobody can call him out, ever. The protected class, remember? We can't say shit because he's a nice guy. Okay, he's a nice guy.
Okay, right. The only counter argument you can bring.
I don't give a fuck, man. What I do is what I see, right? Because with that attitude, it means that we can't ever critique anyone. There are people that will say that perhaps I'm a nice guy and that you're wrong, but you won't care either.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to give a fuck what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. But you care enough
because it's not
videos.
I already told you. I'm not watching your videos because I think you're making good points. I'm watching your. Yep. Hey, how old are you? 46. Why are you even bringing up 31, mate? You're 46 and going on like this. You're probably going to be going on to this till you're dead.
Okay, cool. I'm having a blast, bro. I get to meet awesome people. There are
No, you
really nice
don't.
people out there. Yes.
No, you don't.
Oh, so you're saying that my fans aren't nice people that I talk to?
I didn't say your fans. You ain't meeting anybody you in
I
about.
said that.
You ain't gone to it.
Not-
Where have you been? Where have you been?
What are you talking about?
Where have you been? Where have you been?
What, do you want me to go through my history of who I fucked? What are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about where have you been? You said you get to meet all these people. You get to meet all these people. Who have you met? Where?
I was literally pointing to my chat. I get
So you've met none of them. Yeah, I get to do that. I haven't met most of them, but I have met some of them for real. So you're not actually meeting anyone. You're just talking to your screen.
No, I've interacted with people in live streams. I'll have comments that come through.
That's all on your screen.
Oh, so these people don't matter. These people don't matter.
That's amazing how you try and twist it to that. I'm saying you physically haven't gone anywhere. You physically... No, it's not exactly what I just said. Rewind the fucking video and see what I said, because you were wrong. Rewind it. Find me where I said that.
Well, explain to me what you mean by where have I gone?
Look, where have you physically gone? You said you've met all these people. Where have you physically gone to meet anyone through this?
I just told you. I just told you that I talk to these people. I've interacted with these people online. Are you saying that they're...
Oh, mate.
Are you? Oh, I know what you're saying. You're talking about, have I shown up to some big event where people can come up to me and know who I am? Yeah, no, see, I don't give a shit about fame. That doesn't bother me.
You said this is about fame. There's no fame in any of this.
So what exactly are you talking about? I went to school.
I'm talking about you haven't met any of your fans. You haven't met any of them.
Really?
Really? You haven't physically been face to face, say hello, shake their hand.
Oh, wow. So there's a lot of people out there that do online stuff that probably have even far more issues that incapable of them being able to go out and actually meet people. But they are eternally grateful for the support and whatnot that they get from their fan base, and then possibly people that they might end up playing games with or whatever they do, and forming friendships online. What you're saying is that this shit is less meaningful than you going and shaking other people's hands. Dude,
it's not what I said. It's not what I said. Not what I said.
Exactly what I fucking said.
That's not exactly what I said. It's not what I said. Rewind the video. Rewind the video. Rewind the video. Rewind the video. Rewind the video and find me where I said that. I did not say that. You ain't gonna find it because I did not say that. You cannot prove that I said that. No, bollocks. I did not say that. I'm saying you said, oh yeah, I've met all these people. You haven't met any of them. That's just all I'm saying. You haven't met any of them. That's what I'm saying.
So let's finish that sentence. You haven't met any of them in real life.
Yeah, you haven't, objectively.
And what difference does that make?
What difference does that have to make? You just said that you've met them, but you haven't. So it's kind of just you haven't.
Just as a little, whatever, because it doesn't really matter, right? If I didn't have the issues that I do, I would fucking love to go to places where I could actually meet these people. But it is insanely difficult for me to comprehend. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm extremely grateful that I am able to do this and meet nice people in this particular manner. It doesn't matter how I meet them, bro. If they're a nice person, that's all that matters. And you sit there and act...
You're trying to tell me that Sonic isn't a nice person as well. It's just backwards and forwards of fucking hypocrisy with you. Oh, but Sonic's a degenerate and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to sit here and make a 20-minute video. But these people will get to be nice people because they're on your side. These people are all nice people because they're on your side. Look, it goes back to my point. We're all fucking MK fans. Why are you even arguing about this? Why is this even important? This is not a fucking important point at all.
Yeah, I'll just stop my channel. Yeah, I'll just stop doing all of this stuff because it's not important, right? We'll not bring awareness to things that maybe other people are worried about.
Awareness, mate. People already know. People already know. You're not some fucking great, what's the word, town crier. You're not some town crier telling everyone things they don't know. And no one's watching your videos and like, really? This is the case? Everybody knows. And everybody's capable of making their own decision. I don't understand why you're sitting here saying that people like me or people like Tweedy or fucking Hayate or whoever are doing something, or Ketchup and Mustard make a difference. We don't. We're the 0.01% of their entire fucking sales. We're not that relevant.
I know.
So why do you care? Let the people this whole time. Yeah, but you're in there. You're also a part of that.
I'm not. I am nothing like.
No, you are. No, you are. You're in the same fucking. You're in the same shit. You're in the same shit. Do you think that the casual Mortal Kombat player would even upload one 20-minute video ever? Ever? Not even 1 year. Do you think the casual Mortal Kombat player would even upload a video? Because that is automatically moving you away from being a casual. I'd say I was a casual. Let's say Rainbow Six player. I haven't ever done anything with Rainbow Six. Ever. Won't comment on it. Won't upload a video. Won't record anything about it. I think as soon as you step past that boundary, now you're kind of involved. Like you're putting some effort into it. So you've long, and when you do that for so many years, you're not a casual.
I got a channel where I do reviews.
You're not a casual.
I got a channel where I do reviews for.
Yeah, but you got this channel.
It doesn't matter. I got other channels that I do content on. It's nowhere near as big as this, but I love having them because it's also a way for me to do content that I also love. That's why I separated out my interests. That's why I have a retro gaming channel. That's why I have a gaming channel to review the games that I personally.
To love something is to relinquish being casual to something.
Well, you're the one applying labels, bro. I'm just doing what I'm doing.
You just said you love it. So if you love it, you've already given up the fucking casual side of it. But that doesn't matter.
Well, I'll tell you what, you need to come up with
a term for
whatever they're in between.
Why does it matter? What difference does it matter if I'm good at the game or not?
No, you're the one putting labels on me.
Oh, you're the one putting labels on everybody. You're saying, oh, pro player's this, shill's this. Fucking, what are you on about? You literally have videos talking, labeling people all for days. For days, man.
Because this is what we see. This is not just what I see, it's what
I see. So now you're agreeing?
With what?
That you put labels on people.
No, I said you will put.
Well, you do. What's the? Okay, hold on. Title of the stream. Submit your questions for the shill off. All right. Okay. Brilliant. All right. Yeah. So it's not like you don't. You never label anyone with anything. Never.
I never said I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You literally did. Just 2 seconds ago. Anyone watching this on the VOD, rewind it a couple of seconds. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
No.
You're labeling people.
I never said.
And you said no. You said no straight after I said that.
I said you were labeling me, not the other way around. To you.
No, you fucking labeling people.
Right? Are you a shill?
I'm not a shill. I ain't got any fucking. How do I know? Because I ain't got any involvement.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You never had been flown out for anything? Any reach downs?
Nope.
Early access for game beta?
Nope.
That was a little slow on that last one, bro.
Oh, you're talking about how fast I'm saying things now? Nope.
All right. So one of the best players in the world. Just nothing.
All right. Why should I? I'm just any player. I'm just good at the game. Why does it matter if I'm good at the game?
No, you're just not any good, bro. You're fucking brilliant at the game. You're huge.
No, I'm just good. It's not even huge though. I think you're getting it twisted, mate.
No.
You're getting it twisted. This ain't huge in this space. Mortal Kombat is still growing. It's not that big.
Okay. So, are you a shill? Do you think you're a shill? Do you think that you defend this game to an unhealthy manner?
You say, am I a shill? And yet you reply to the post that I'm talking about where the game sucks. So, why are you even bringing that up?
Which post?
The post talking about, well, I'm saying they fucked this up, they fucked that up. Yeah, the gameplay is the only thing holding this game together.
So currently, as a professional pro player, why do you care whether there's a nerf or not? You're so good at figuring it out, right?
Because it's about making the game good.
Oh! For yourself.
For myself?
Everyone else. Yeah.
Not everyone else, right? Not everyone else. So, okay.
See, if you're a professional, as you said, you should be able to work around any issue whatsoever.
And I have done. There's irrefutable proof that I have done in the past.
So why do you?
But that doesn't that doesn't mean that the game gets better for nerfing shit. That's actually the opposite. You can prove that with the past games. Mortal Kombat was worse in the last patch.
No?
The Mortal Kombat got worse in the MKX on the last patch. Injustice got worse on the last patch. Injustice 2 got worse on the last patch. Like, there's so much proof.
What's worse?
MK11 got worse. Like, the more it got patched. Like,
I had a ball
this is
in MK11 in terms of...
You had a ball, didn't you? Yeah, okay. All right.
It was a shit game, but I at least enjoyed Cabal. That was the good part. I like Cabal.
Oh, you enjoyed Cabal, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you saying...
You enjoy Cabal. What's wrong with Cabal? All right, man. That's it, mate. That's it. What's wrong with Cabal? All right, see ya.